Today we're joined by John Deeds. John, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Certainly. Buckeye became part of my life back in '94. First, you're saying who brought me to Buckeye or what I did. Actually, years before, a lady named Dorotha Mingert, which was a staple at Buckeye for many years. And she was a lady that claimed that she held me before I got out of the hospital when I was born. So I knew her for many years. Actually, then I didn't come until I was working at conservation camp. And Denny Elliott was in charge of the conservation camp, and he wondered if I would come to Buckeye. And so I did that, and that's when I first started. It was sort of an influence in my life, and I really enjoyed conservation camp until they quit having it. You want to know a word for Buckeye? It's sort of an awesome place. It's a place where you have so large a range of age. And I think many times having the older members and working with the young, it helps both of us. I think the experiences of some of the young, and just like this technology stuff, you guys, so many things have changed at Buckeye as we've gone through. I suppose as far as a session, my first year I was down there, Ted Snoffer with the boomerangs and the kites. And that's something that I've taught people how to throw boomerangs, and it's something that I really have done and enjoyed as far as things. There's so many things we did. Also, you were asking about somebody that make a difference. Sometimes I think that we make a difference, maybe for some people, or the Buckeye itself. Diane Brokaw came with her son, John. I don't know if you remember John or not, but he was going to just stay in his room. He wasn't going to participate, didn't think he wanted to do anything at Buckeye. He went the first night, and then he started participating and being part of the whole program and enjoying things. And I think those things, it brought it out of him. And I think those are the things that really make Buckeye special. I had the same experience at conservation camp with some of the things that we did, like high ropes and things like that, that sort of got people's confidence and working with different things and different people. We're going, I guess I had a lot of things about talking about changes and things that happened at Buckeye. Like, you worked with photography and stuff. And when I first started, I mean, photography, we were doing a dark room, and Paul interned and working with taking film and developing it. And now it's digital. And the last time I took it, you guys were doing your phones and putting pictures on everything. And I haven't yet caught up with all those things, but I'm working at it. You go to all the different things like quilting with Edith. I've done that kind of thing. All the game sessions, woodworking with Bill Henderson. Bill I've known for quite a few years through 4-H. And he just does phenomenal work and has been an icon also. John Fark, I'm thinking about the Father Time that he did and would come in. And it seemed like the younger people were not into what he was doing. I mean, they didn't seem to respond. And I think he sort of quit doing it because he didn't think he was part of the deal. Some of the people that sort of early days, there was a Jerry Elliott, and he was sort of, everything was kind of formal, dining room and everything. It was just set, you ate. It was not a fun for all type deal. Some of that has changed over the years. One of the people that, Charlie, she wasn't there in 2019. Sort of miss her, but she didn't feel like she was participating. She and I like to do work and help out. We like to do things and work with you guys in the committee. And those are some of the things that we like to do. I think she could have been, maybe get her back. Chuck Worth. I brought out some of my different name tags. That's one thing about name tags. And this rope, he had his machine there, and we were doing rope during like a noon session and stuff. It was one of the last things that really did with Chuck. You look at these, you got teddy bears. Karen Sager, she was a big part of the Buckeye. One thing that I have hanging up, I don't know, can you see it? Where I get it on here. It's a quilt patch from Karen, and she gave it out in 2019. It's a pocket prayer quilt as a reminder for your time at Buckeye Leadership Workshop 2019. And also, as you leave here and go forward with your life, you will be in my prayers. May God bless and keep you always. Karen Sager. And those things you treasure. And I did so many of these Buckeye name tags. And then they started saying, well, just put down your year. So then I was trying to combine some of them with all the things that we had from different people. Just like doing the lunch and you get your little pin for taking the stuff back to the kitchen and things like that, hopper pins. And that's sort of a part of it that really means something. People like Pam Trott taught me, well, I looked doing glass, stained glass. Really enjoyed that. I have those things around and I visually see. Susie Smithers. This person worked 4-H and many things and did some things with her. And I remember back the Wood County people, there was always a lot of, we just, now we're down to a couple. And always in the counties, we always had maybe 6 people, young kids attending. And it's got very hard. A lot of them don't want to leave school or they're part of it and can't seem to get them to Buckeye. It seems like if they do come, they enjoy it and everything. But sometimes it's just hard to get them because there's so many things that in their life, so many sports, games and things. I know that Ann Mumal, Jane Roth, those are people in the Wood County Steve Arnold, which sometimes I'm close to them because I'm up here in Hancock County in Northwest Ohio, and they're just the next county north of us. And so sometimes I think I should look them up and see how they're doing. But then I had another person that came in 2019 was Susan Fowler. And she, years before, and I still have some of the stuff, she took in every session she did with like a stick figure, or she highlighted each thing. And that was when, like Vincent Kerr, which when he first came, and I was right behind him, and I said about where he was from, and he said Dublin. And I go, oh, you're really close. And he goes, what? I go, Dublin, Ohio? And he goes, no, Dublin, Ireland. And so that was the first getting to know him, and some of the things he contributed for the songs and stuff like that was phenomenal, that everybody got together and was singing. And some of those songs I sing too. You ask about favorite songs. I don't know, I sit around and a lot of times in the shower, I sing a lot of the different songs, New Harmony, Sing, Sing, Sing. There's just one after another that you try to keep back in your mind and keep going with. And it just takes you back to all the things. I mean, being there for like 25 different years, it's built up, and I've learned a lot, and I try to use some of the things, like my wife and I now go over to Senior Center in Bluffton, and we're doing line dancing. And so you got a person over there doing line dance every other week now. I've taken my computer with different songs, and we sort of do a practice session. So I'm using some of that. And I did one time called the square dance but I haven't really done that too much. So, but for us, COVID thing, Barb and I both had it. We got through it. We've had our first shot. So we're hoping things open up, things can get back to halfway normal, and we can do something. So I don't know. Anything you want to think I've not done, or?
So since you've been coming for a number of years, do you have advice for people that might be on the fence about attending in the future?
Well, as I said, there's, they need to come and find out what it's about. And usually when they find out what it's about, they enjoy it or they do. But it's taking that initial time to take off those few days. At school, I know one time I had a young lady that I basically got her to come, but it was also a choir contest thing that she missed, and not realizing this young lady had all A's in school, and the music teacher dropped her grades. I think she was going to give her a C. She took it up to a B, but that young lady had never had a B, and that really hurt some of the, being there. It sort of hurt the situation or whatever. So, but I think I keep telling people, over in Bluffton, when we're doing this line dancing, Marilyn, what's her last name? Anyway, she's been doing the line dancing, and she was there 1 year. And Buckeye, and she says she's saying she's trying to come back again to do it. So we may get even some of the elderly, us old people there. So, but I still, for me, it's my wife's vacation, she says. But I really try to maybe get her to go, but she keeps saying it's her vacation and she gets me out of the house. So, but it's
right.
nice to see you guys on the video. I'm trying to learn this Zoom thing. So.
Yep. So do you have any closing comments for everybody?
Well, hope that we get to see each other in 22, and hopefully some of the people who are missing can get back and all goes well. So I hope I'm well and going then, so too. You never know.
Yep. All right. Thanks, John.
Okay, Ted. You take care.